they had a nemesis, the New York Knicks, and it was crazy again. So I went from Portland to Utah to the Knicks, being what their battles were, and right in the middle of it. And it was fun too. Everywhere I went was fun. I always had fun because I always challenged myself against the better players like Ewing and Clyde and whomever it was. Whoever was a force, I was there. But being in the East Coast, also the cities were closer, so the rides weren't as far. It wasn't as long, and I loved going from Milwaukee to Indiana because that was like a 20 minute, like when I say drive, it was like a 40 minute, 40 minute airplane ride, or going to New York, or going to somewhere on the East Coast. But it was fun, and I enjoyed that. But you learn how to take care of your body as you get older, and we had a team of veterans that did that, and so we looked after each other. Reggie again was our leader. We had Jalen Rose, Mark Jackson, and and Rick Smith, and these guys, went to work, and all I had to do was come in and make sure I supported each one of them. And we got to the finals there, and we run into a buzzsaw again, and this time it was the Lakers, and it was no joke. And we tried our best. Rick Smith got hurt, and Shaq and Kobe, Rick Fox, all of them, they were just too much for us. And we kind of lost everything on their court. And I remember walking off that court looking at Phil Jackson, because he was a coach then. I just lost to him a couple of years ago, and he just shrugged his shoulders like, well, what can I say? And I said, you can't say nothing. I just went off and said, well, second place, nobody's going to remember second place. So, but it was an interesting year because it was with the Pacers, and we did it again, and that was the first time that I realized that, if you just play hard and play well, and take care of yourself, and make sure your nose is clean, and you just go out there and do what you can, you think good things will happen. And so, in my career, good things did happen. Unfortunately, I didn't win a ring, but it was always challenging to always be busy towards the end of the year.
Okay, final question. You have three nicknames according to the research: Sleepy Sam, Big Smooth, and the Big Easy. Where do those three nicknames come from?
Well, teammates came up with them. Uh, Commentators did. I think uh, Al McGuire, from Marquette, a coach and a commentator at the time. I always wanted to go to Marquette, but I didn't get recruited to them. But he came up with Big Sleepy, or Sleepy Sam, or something like that. Peter Bessie called me. I scored 10,000 points in my career, but I had to be asleep for 8,000 of them. It was just one of those things where I just looked sleepy, but I wasn't. But I can now see what they're talking about, because I have a daughter who looks just like that, and I think she's not working hard, but she is, because her eyes are low and things of that nature. So I never really said much during my career, but that's why they've always called me Sleepy or Big Smooth. And when I got to Seattle, oh no, when I got to LA, Byron Scott gave me the name because he was always big on nicknames. And Friday was a magician. James was clever. Magic was Magic, of course, and he gave me a name, Smooth, just walking into the practice, not running, not worrying about being late. I just walked in there just in time, so he called me Smooth. And then went to Seattle, and a guy by the name of Calabro, he was a commentator for the Sonics. He called me Big Smooth, and it just took off in Seattle. And merchandise came, apparel came after that, and now some people call me that because of the fact they see me in the places where they wouldn't even think of seeing me, like at a grocery store or a mall or something. So I mean, it was one of those things where everybody has a name, and you kind of use it if it's for fun, but you don't. I didn't ever take it seriously that I was smooth or sleepy or whatever.
All right, man. Thanks for your time. Thank you for coming on the show, and thank you for your invitation, your stories. Thanks for coming on the show, Sam Perkins. Thank you.
All right, man. Thank you for it. I apologize it took a while, but it finally happened. So I appreciate your time. Appreciate you having me.
All right, thank you so much. Thank you. That's Sam Perkins, the one and only Sam Perkins, very underrated player. Played in the NBA, one of the most decorated players to play for the North Carolina Tar Heels. And this segment, the interview segment, was sponsored by Ray Downson 53.